I'm sitting in a very picturesque place near the Netravati river on my left hand side, and one of the very oldest tile factory in Mangalore. And it is a Lobos Riverview, they call it. And here in front of me, there's so many bricks are here, and it's all wet, made of wet mud. And young people are like this wet mud, you know. And this wet mud, you can mold it as you want. You can make it like a tile, you can make a brick, or you make a pot, or whatever it is. It's wet mud. It is very flexible. And young people are flexible. That is their core capacity, I can say. Be flexibility. They're open to the new realities. They are sitting at the edge of the paradigm. They're at the edge of. As you grow old, you move into the center of the paradigm. Then we get into a paralysis, saying that no, this is the only way things can be done. This is the only way my culture is. This is the only way I can function. Yes, that is age related. And young people are at the edge of the paradigm. And they see the new paradigm emerging in the horizon. They can jump that side or this side. And that is where you are. You are the wet mud. You mold yourself in the right direction. Today, there are two things happening. As Stephen Covey speaks in his 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, he says, today young people are caught in some sort of a rat race of speed, Everyone speaks about speed, and I too like speed, I need to have a nice, good bike, I used to use this Bullet, Enfield. It's a wonderful bike. It goes, you can speed up, and you can go still. You can be sturdy. I think that is what is required. Speed and steadiness is needed, rather than just going in a dashing speed without knowing the direction. That is where young people are getting sucked into sometimes, getting caught up into some sort of an unrealistic speed. Speed thrills, but you don't know where you are going to end up if you don't have your navigation clear, if you don't have your road map clear. So before having the road map, you speed up, then you suddenly realize that you are in a wrong road. Then you lose time to catch up, and that time is very important. So therefore, time is a very important factor along with the speed. Yes, we say there is a tremendous competition. If you don't speed, you won't win the competition. Everything is fine, provided if you are in the right direction. Okay, take up the speed. And we like all these instant things. We want to have things very simplified. Okay, dip chai, or some sort of the things that is, everything is ready made. Even food is available ready made. You just bring it, put it in the microwave, heat up and eat. So you have no problem. You reduce all that additional work that is involved in cooking a good meal. Okay, it's maybe a fantastic art. Cooking a meal it's really an art, but we are forgetting it, and we are using. It's okay, maybe because we are busy. Fine, but the thing is, when you are busy, when you use speed, but don't lose your direction. Don't lose your direction, and if you lose your direction at this end, then you will never be able to catch up. When you come back, it will be too late. So you are a wet mud. Remember that. You have tremendous flexibility. Use it in the right direction. Now, for example, the directions has to be with value based. If you don't have values, but you are only thinking of generating money or developing finance, or that is without value, that is not right, and it is not appropriate also, because values, sometimes we cannot teach values are caught. So that's why I look up to a mentor, I look up to somebody, a reference person who has a tremendous value system in life. Today we find such people seldom, but there are many people. Maybe they are not projected, but they are all around us. But look up to them and see the values that they are practicing. Values are caught, they are not taught. So therefore, don't wait somebody to teach you values. It is impossible. You have to observe and imbibe those values in your life. Sometimes we may think that, oh my God, if I practice that value, for example, being truthful. If you say that, oh, if I'm truthful, I may not be successful. It looks as if you are not going to be successful. But the one who is truthful will have the last laugh at the end. He will be successful in his own way. But if you design your entire plan on a particular lifestyle, I said we need to have a simple lifestyle. Develop a simple lifestyle so that it will diminish your stress level, it will diminish your anxiety level, it will give you a healthy living. And that is where you need to focus yourself. So, number one thing is develop and grasp the values system that you want to develop. For example, being truthful. Try to not to be corrupt. Don't encourage corruption in your life. That is like a white ant eats up from within. It may look everything is growing beautifully, but one fine day it will collapse. Now, for example, it is a beautiful example one in the Bible I can quote. The sower went and sowed the nice seeds in his field, and suddenly one fine morning when everything was growing so beautifully, the fruits were coming up, and he saw there are some sort of a chaff is there inside. It is not the wheat alone. Then the workers went and told his master, you sowed the right nice seed, but what happened? Why this some weed is growing along with the wheat? And the master says, must be the enemy must have sown that weed, when we were sleeping. Then the worker said, shall we go and, pick up, remove those, the weed from the wheat, from the field? Then the master says, no, don't do that. Now it has grown to a certain level. If you pull out the weed, you may pull out a good wheat plant also. So don't do that. Let it mature. Both when it matures, when I ask the harvest people to separate the good one from the bad. Now, sometimes in our life also we feel the evil is thriving, evil is growing, and good people are really struggling, they're getting choked up. The master is allowing it. And we can see at the end, the good people are remembered. The good people's contribution is remembered, and the weed is removed. And weed, the bad things, sometimes God allows it to mature. And in its evil thing, it has its own built-in virus, I can say. It gets activated at the end, and it collapses at its own weight. It never succeeds. It may appear it is succeeding, but never succeeds. So don't get into some sort of a false belief saying that only, those who are corrupt people are succeeding, or those who are bad people are earning a plenty of money. It's only a time. It is only temporary. It is not permanent. So if you want to have a lasting happiness, if you want to have a joy in your life, if you want to have a peaceful sleep, if you want to live a healthy life, live with value systems. Live with dignity. And that will give you a good life as well as a new paradigm in your life.